Why, hello. How are you? Let's find out a little bit more about you.
Hello fellow fish freaks, Wise Guy here, Fish Behind Glass. I got another episode in here before I got to do another MAB unboxing. I think you can see what the big surprise is. I got a snail problem. No, I'm kidding. I got a new 55-gallon tank. Somebody got it. They couldn't actually get it going yet, so they realized that they didn't have the time for it. So I got it from them for a pretty good price, and so it came with this, the big filter, and a couple other things. I've already been getting stuff for it. I want it to be all ready to go before I really get it going. So it's a 55-gallon. I think it's a 55-gallon long is what they call it. It's 4 feet long, 12 inches deep, 21 inches tall, and I think this tank is going to be a lot of fun to work with. This so far would be my biggest tank that I've had up to date. I'm going a little bit crazy in my head about all the stuff that I could do, things that I've already been trying in my smaller tanks, and try to make a really nice large display tank. So my quandary is, originally I was thinking about putting things in there brand new plants, new everything like that. But I realized that what I could do to really start getting it going, since it is a big tank and getting plants in there, is basically just start raiding my other tanks. That's why I really wanted to show all of my tanks in the fish room in the last episode, because I knew pretty much as I was getting to the end of that video they were going to be changing pretty much again. And so the tanks that have changed already are my 10-gallon Grommy breeding tank, the Love Hut, and now this one. And the other tanks are going to change somewhat as I pull decor and plants out of them that I think will work out really well in this here. The only thing that really hasn't gotten me to get it going yet is there's a certain kind of substrate that I want to get, and I have to travel to go get it. So I generally coincide that with going to my fish club meetings. So hopefully sooner than later I'll be able to get that gravel, and then I can really get this thing going. And I'm going to start snagging spider wood, mapani wood. I think I'm going to put this one in this here. This big piece of slate, I'm thinking about putting it in here. I'm going to grab pretty much the petrified wood that I have in 2 of my tanks. I'm going to slip that over on into this tank as well, probably. So I'm going to try to fill up this tank without decimating the look in my other tanks too much. I think in the long run it'll be easier to get like 1 or 2 little plants here and there that I can put in my smaller tanks and see how they do. So since the plants have been doing so well in that 1 10-gallon, I really want to get those into this tank too. The only other thing I need to really get is the lids for this. I'm going to probably get my standard lid like how I get like these. This is a 30-inch, but I got a 20-gallon tall that has a lid, and that could easily sit on top here too. I actually have a couple ways. I have a couple lights that I could stick up here and see how that goes. So yeah, just really waiting on the substrate on this one, and once I get that in, because I don't want to get all the water and everything going on it and then have to stir in that substrate again, I'm going to put in a lot of substrate. So I've been really being patient about trying to do this right. As it is in this hobby, you try to do what you can to be patient. It's really hard. You want to do things fast, but you do need to take your time. Since this is such a large tank, I know that they take a fast time to cycle. And then what I am going to do is as you'll see a little bit later, some of the changes that are going to happen in my Grommy breeding tank are going to help me out with this tank here. So I have been doing like little things like getting a couple of things for this tank here, and just coming up with, you know, weird ways to keep yourself occupied. I cleared it out now, but I've been storing everything in here, and so I just got to get ready to give it one more good clean and get that substrate, and I think I can really actually get this tank going. If you know anything about my tanks or seen any of my videos, you know I do not like a flat, straight substrate. I like it to be nice and bumpy and uneven, and make it as crazy, as natural as I can, I think. Hey, would you like to check out my sack of rocks that I have here? Let me go inside here. So that should give you an idea of some of the amount of gravel I'm going to have in there. I'm going to put in another 30 pounds, so I'm going to get 3 10-pound bags of the substrate that I have in here and in that one that's made by Lemar. And how about we heat things up with this here heater. So I got a 300 watt for this, a little bit over the top probably, but hopefully it won't be running all the time. I did pick up this timer and surge protector. All the plugs on the left are with the timer, and all of the ones on the other side are with the switch. So I believe though when I switch this off, this is not one of those timers that shuts off when you flip the switch, that the time actually stays on, so you don't have to make adjustments to it all the time.